Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that haven't already, pretty please subscribe, use the bell notification button and then you'll know whenever there's a new video up. I do need to get better at doing a schedule, I know that, but sometimes life doesn't run to a schedule, so sorry. Anyway, for those of you that have watched a few of my videos or who are subscribed, you may well know that I recently did split into two parts, a video about all the bags for 2021 that I sold and why, and also what I bought. Now, there's a bag missing from that because after, this is really bad, after I did the video showing all of the bags that I had bought, I then had another bag accident and I will tell you all the details. As ever, unboxings are always a little bit chatty, but I will go through all of the details after I've shown you this baby, because I know people want to see. Firstly, before I get into it though, it's Boxing Day, okay? Yesterday was a busy day, cooking, entertaining, and you know it's like when you've got people coming, you always want to do that bit more in the house, that rush of the housework. So we're all a bit tired, plus said Lilac Princess kept us up again all of last night, so we're not wearing foundation. I'm sorry, hair has not been washed, only like it was yesterday. Obviously, like yesterday I was looking a bit better, but sorry, that's where we are. But the eye candy is clearly here, not here. So you'll notice it's an orange dust bag. Obviously this is a clue as to what's inside. Yeah, I still can't believe this happened. I'm still in shock. I'm going to show you. Maybe you'll understand a little when you see. So, da-da-da! Are we ready? Wowzers. It's beautiful. What this is a new to me Kelly 32 Shellac, and for those of you that don't know, in box leather with gold hardware. I mean, just look at this leather. Look at it. No ring light here, this is just, I'm by a window, I'm not far from a window. I mean, it's a very grey day in England, so I'm like 2 foot from the window to use natural light. But so just look at that. I mean, stunning condition. So I'll tell you a bit about the bag. I haven't even opened the inside yet because she should come with all of her bits and bobs. I'd like to put my engagement ring on. So yeah, she is beautiful. The condition is stunning. She is from 2006, so she is, you know, not exactly rocking the vintage vibes, but basically just amazing. I'm going to show you the inside, then I'm going to tell you how it happened and why it happened. It's a little bit stiff, I'm big. It's box. It's box. I'm scared to touch it. Alright. Need to get over that. So open her up. And then inside we have another orange dust bag. And inside here is her clochette with the keys on. You can see that there. We'll get that all to go in nicely. We also had in here the strap with gold hardware, and you can see the branding there. So again, that says Hermes Paris, made in France, as you would expect. And then finally we have little gold padlock. Gold hardware is gorgeous. I'm one of those people, I'm very open to gold or palladium hardware. I'm just going to pop the crochet and the padlock back in there and pop it down there for safekeeping. Similarly like this dust bag, I'm going to try not to get it too fluffy. Pop it there on the bedside table. So, what else do we have inside here? She feels really quite stiff as well. Flexible enough, but there's an element of stiffness. We also have here her little raincoat. Looks like it maybe's been out. A slight crease there. But yeah, we've got the raincoat as well. So I'm assuming this is the number 2, which is suitable for Kelly, 28 and 32. No idea. We'll pop that down there. I don't actually tend to use the raincoats, if I'm honest. I'll pack them sometimes if I'm going out. If I know the weather's going to be torrential, then I won't take out my nice Hermes bags. From the Louis Vuitton canvas comes out if I know it's going to be really bad. If there's a chance of rain, then I will use my Hermes bags. So, you can still see. I will use my Hermes bags, but with caution. So there'll be an umbrella packed inside, or if not with me, and the rain cover as well. However, Marianne, the CEO at 7 Rue Paradis, did say to me when I revealed this baby to her, she did say to me, no, carry a bag. So there you go, there's a hint from someone that really does know and love her Hermes bags. Carry a bag and just basically stick, if you get caught out in the awful weather, just stick, particularly on a leather light box that really will mark, stick it in a carry bag. And there we go. So that is, oh, the other thing we have, final thing we have inside is the authentication. So yes, I bought this pre-loved, and then we have the Baba Baby, I probably said that wrong, authentication there, and you can see that. Thoroughly recommend this as an authentication service. I've not used her myself, but I've, as you can tell, bought a couple of bags that have been authenticated by her, and they're basically just really reliable. So particularly for Hermes bags, that's just the way to go. And yeah, it says on here it's in view, box calf leather, gold plated, 2006, which is a J square. So there you go. So I will show you the inside. So it's in really good condition. So I'm looking myself as well. Really good condition. I don't know, for those of you that don't know, that the Hermes Spa, which is great and you can get fantastic results with, but they won't touch the inside of your bag. So that's one thing to think about, particularly if you are buying pre-loved. You know, certain things on the outside can be resolved. Inside, no. So bear that in mind. This is also why I use the 7 Rue Paradis insert, so I'm hoping to be able to get one for this as well, but like I said, there wasn't time to check. So you can see the condition's really good. Got a zip pocket there, and there is 2 separate slip pockets there. Hopefully you can see, but it's a black bag with a black interior. So, and yeah, you can see the branding on the bag there, as you would expect, and just look at the hardware. It's absolutely amazing. It's all really stiff. So basically, I was hoping after one of these, I've been looking at getting a box leather Kelly for some time, and I did want gold hardware, and I was open to either a 28 or a 32, but I absolutely wanted Cellier, and I wanted gold hardware, and I wanted decent condition. And I was looking at a lot, and I was looking, I was looking at some from the 70s, and there were still, you know, pre-loved prices have really increased, I think, generally across a number of brands, including obviously Hermes. You know, I mean, prices increase all the time. maybe I'll do a whole other video on Chanel prices, but yeah. So basically, pre-love prices, I think in general, have increased as a lot of the fashion houses have made their goods sometimes, you know, harder to get and also just more expensive. So naturally it drives up pre-love prices. And also I think there's a greater emphasis now than there used to be on sustainability, on reusing items, and you know, I know people that will only buy pre-loved items in general, because from a sustainability perspective, I'm not one of those people. I appreciate a good pre-loved. I also appreciate a good brand new, but I'm not into so much like fast fashion. I don't consume that much. I don't buy a lot and then get rid of a lot. I tend to buy more quality items and more classic, or even if it's not expensive, you know, it'll be quite classic and will probably be in the wardrobe for like too long. That's probably why it's bursting at the seams. But if not, I will then give items away to charity or sell them on depending on what they are. So I have fluff in the face. So anyway, I've been looking for a while, and this particular bag, this came up for sale on one of the Facebook groups that I'm a member of back in May. So that's in May 2021, and it got snapped up. It was a decent price. It got snapped up, and I was like, oh well. And then I was browsing, and there was a good selection on Luxury Promise. I was looking at other, I can't even remember where, but I was looking at other pre-loved shops as well. I wasn't looking at eBay. Not for a purchase like this for me. I'm not comfortable enough with making sure that I'm not buying a fake. You know, I'm not an authenticator myself at all. I can spot some fakes, but they probably have to be quite bad. So that is not my area of expertise. So I wasn't, just because, not to say that everything on eBay is fake, of course it's not. I mean, I've sold stuff on there myself, but I think you just have to be more cautious. So anyway, I missed out on the one in May. I then was looking, like I say, for either 28 or 32, but otherwise had to be this. And I just couldn't find one that I liked that was in a budget I wanted to pay. And then this came up again, and I resisted. But everyone I was looking at, I was just always comparing it to this. And then the lovely lady selling it reduced it a little bit more, and I was just like, just buy it. It was bad timing because it literally was just before Christmas, but I'd already done all my Christmas shopping, and I knew that this is hard to get. Box leather anyway isn't that common. To then get box in this condition, absolutely, it's just so rare. This is just such a unique piece, and just really is the find of the century. I'm not sure how long Hermes bags these have been made for. I'm not a historian. I just know what I like. So I basically took the plunge, messaged the lady that was selling her, paid her. This was Monday night, and then on the Tuesday morning, Bessie, Lorna and I popped into town. We drove because I'm being COVID safe. I met the lovely lady. She handed it over to me along with some chocolates, which was really, really sweet. And she was so nice. And yeah, I'm just absolutely ecstatic with her. I really am. So I will do some mod shots as well with the strap on. I mean, there's not that much to say. What else was I going to tell? Oh yes, the other thing, and the reason why this is good that this is a more recent one. So the Kelly handle bit, I'm just going to, sorry, the worry of the turn knot digging into the back of the leather was bothering me. Just going to show you this detail here. See where we've got the handle, and then we've got this hardware piece that comes into the main body of the bag. Now and I'm not sure of the exact date, but on like a lot of the vintage ones, so if you're looking at a Kelly, say from the 1960s and 1970s, they don't have this bit, so it just looks like that. And I really wanted to have one that had this extra bit here for the strap to go onto, like that. Now with the older ones, the vintage ones, they do still take a strap somehow. I'm not quite sure how it goes, I've not looked at one. But for me, sometimes it is like the details of things. I just really wanted that extra clip. So the standard length of the Kelly strap as well is 85 centimetres, so this looks about to be about that. So I will show you it on. Forgive the state of me, I'm just in a pair of Spanx and like the leggings one, obviously not underwear, and a jumper, because all I've done so far today is walk the dog and do out my sock drawer. I got some new socks for Christmas, so I out with the old in with the new, crammed as much as I could into the drawer. So that's all I've done today. So we are cash, but I'm going to show you this bag. Personally, I do think that this bag is such a classic bag that I think it can be styled up or down. I can picture myself wearing this, you know, when I am back in office life with you imagine this with like a nice little like pencil skirt and blouse, or a nice dress and some heels and some tights, and it would just go lovely. But similarly, I think you can also rock this with more casual wear, particularly if you wear it crossbody. I think you can just sort of like sport it up. Either way, this is an absolute classic bag, and it's just beautiful. The other thing I was going to just show you quickly was this. So whilst I was collecting the bag and Bestie Lorna was doing a little bit of shopping in Hermes, she came back out and she's like, I've got a present for you. I was like, oh, what's that? And it's this, which is Eau d'Orange Vert. So basically this is sanitizer gel from Hermes. For anyone that's interested, this costs £20. Comes in this nice box. That is what it looks like. So it's a fairly decent size. It's just a unscrew lid. It's probably more for home use, I suspect, than anything else, or like, you know, in a desk space. Smells lovely. So yeah, that was a really sweet little gift, and I'm going to keep this well away from the leather. So, back in February, I bought, show you the right one, I bought a Twilly. So when I bought my mini Kelly charm in Palladium, my essay, when I was like, have you got one of these? I really want one. And he sent me a picture. Yes, I've got one. And in the picture that he sent me, it was with a Twilly. And I was like, ooh, that's a nice Twilly. And I just bought the Twilly as well as the Kelly Twilly charm. Not used this. It's probably still got the tag on it only. I've not used it at all, but I thought it was quite nice just to sort of like almost, yes, it has still got the tag on, almost like, you know, wear. Obviously not with this, but if I was wearing something plain, just like wear. But I just thought it was beautiful. So this is the Twilly Galons a Brandenburg in Noir, Gold and Blanc. So you can see on one side it looks like this, with some Hermes branding there, and then on the other side it's this sort of like rope design. Now I've always thought what I need to go with this is basically I'll just take the label off, is a black Kelly. That's what I need to go with this. And now I have one. So I'm just going to quickly tie it on, probably badly, because I'm also I'm excited. I'm a little all over the place if I'm honest, but it's just, I'm just going to wrap this around. Oops. So I've just tied a knot, and I'm just going to wrap this around, like I say. Just a quick job, just to give you the overall impression. And it will also protect the handle. when I was looking online at some different ones, a lot of them, the leather on the handle, or even like the leather on this bit, looked really cracked. Now on this one everything is really beautiful. Now I've done this horrifically badly, I mean that's not but you can see that's what it looks like. So I think that's, if done properly, really quite beautiful. And I also have another one that I bought for my Gris Etan Kelly, and I got this new but off a Facebook seller as well, because basically I couldn't get hold of it and I really wanted it. Every now and again they're like these twillies that just are everywhere and everybody wants, but this, I still got the tag on it. This is the Bride Decor in Noir, Blanc and Rose. I'm just not dropping the bag. So this is a really beautiful, beautiful twilly, and the branding bit is just there. So also another alternative, which if I can actually tie it, I haven't tied a twilly in a while, and I guess it is a skill you lose, I've discovered. I'm trying to do this quickly. I'm trying to rush and do it quickly to show you, and that didn't go so well. Right, I'm just gonna, I'm not even going to tie it properly the other end, I'm just going to do it round so you can see. So there is an alternative there. Like I say, not the bag that I bought the twilly for, but I think it does actually look very smart, nonetheless, with this little bit of black onto the Kelly. That is actually really quite beautiful. It's a beautiful twilly. I'm glad I bought it. Like I say, I tend to try and get things like twillies direct from store, but every now and again there's just that one twilly that you really want. I know we have enough twillies, to be fair, but I do like to protect the handles of my bags with them, and I just really like them. It's kind of quite an accessible way, without paying the price of a scarf, to gain access to some Hermes silk, and they're just so beautiful. So here are my two twillies that I will use on this stunning Kelly. There is a tiny bit of damage on her, a tiny bit. I mean, like, I swear she's hardly being used. It's just, I mean, look at these corners even. Look, this is box leather from a 2006 bag, and look at these corners and the edges. It's just amazing. So we have on the back, it's almost like a slight indentation, like something is maybe just in terms of storage, it's been stored against it. In real life, it's really minimal. It actually, the camera there, like that, it looks bad. It's so much worse than in real life. If I go like that, you can't see it at all. So it really isn't that bad in real life. And it's on the back, you know, if it was on the front, maybe I'd feel a bit differently. But yeah, I'm going to try her on for you now, stop waffling, and then go. So here she is, handheld, or in the crook of my arm. I always hold my bag in the crook of my left arm, but on my right shoulder. So there she is. And then if I want to wear her crossbody, I can. And she just looks like that. I can swoosh to the back. Really beautiful. Box leather is really quite light as well, so this is absolutely amazing. I can't, honestly, I don't think I can really explain how pleased and privileged I feel to have this in my possession. The best example of a pre-loved box leather Kelly I have ever seen, and also at a fairly decent price, so less than retail, which was amazing. Yeah, and just absolutely stunning, really stunning. And I know from talking to my SA that box leather, due to the manufacturer and to get it looking how it should, it's quite difficult, so they are not that common to come by. So I think trying to get one store fresh would have been a very difficult task and probably not even doable. So yeah, I'm just beyond thrilled. It's very classic, it's timeless. I'm gonna have this bag forever, and I just love her more than I ever thought I would. I mean, I knew I was onto a winner when I requested to buy her, and then when I picked her up from the lady that sold her and I just sort of lifted her up out of the dust bag, I was just, she's really breathtaking in real life. So if anyone has any questions, as ever, do let me know. If anyone is after a bag like this, then I thoroughly recommend going pre-loved. I think it's probably going to be the easiest way. I did hear someone on one of the Facebook groups I follow getting a box Birkin store fresh, in the last few months. I can't remember when. I mean, what with COVID, everything blurs into a blur of timescales, but certainly it was this year. So it does happen, but I think it's fairly infrequently. I can't recommend Luxury Promise enough for trying to get hold of pre-loved items, and even if they don't have something in store, if there's something particular that you're after, then do get in touch. They are, I don't know how they do it, but they are able to source a lot of items, so absolutely do give them a shout out. They've had a few Kellys, vintage box Kellys this year, so they do come by. So yeah, just give them a shout out. And also, if anyone also wants to protect the interior of their bag, like I said earlier, Hermes spa won't do anything on the interior. Other spas may. I'm not sure I would ever risk it. That's me personally, but I can't recommend the 7 Rue Paradis inserts enough. They're beautiful quality, the fit is lovely, and I just like putting something quality inside my quality bags. I will put discount codes that I've got for both Luxury Promise and at 7 Rue Paradis at the end. So, not sponsored by them at all, but they're just, I have an affinity for them, so I've had great experience from both, so I will include it in the description box below.